Eminem may be fiercely protective of his kids, but he's been accused of being harmful to just about everybody else's. The language he's used in songs sparked protests and accusations that he promoted violence against women and gays. He's been branded a misogynist and a homophobe.
I felt like I was being attacked.
Like you were being singled out.
I was being singled out, and I felt like, is it because of the color of my skin? Is it because of that you're paying more attention? Is it because there's certain rappers that do and say the same things that I'm saying, and I don't hear no one saying anything about that. I didn't just invent saying offensive things. The scene that I came up in, that word was thrown around so much. You know, faggot was like, it was thrown around constantly to each other, like in battle. I don't have any problem with nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just whatever. This is music. This is my art. This is what I do.
Yo, what up, niggas? Once again, it is your boy, Philochko here. And today I'm going to talk about Eminem and his whiteness. Does it play a role in his success? Well, I'm going to be honest and tell you just like this. Of course, yes, it plays a role. But do I think the only reason he's famous is because he's white? Not at all. We've had many other rappers who are white who tried to make it big, didn't make it. But Eminem understands the game so well. And I'll tell you about it later in the video, but he understands the game so well. But let me explain this to you. If he weren't white, he wouldn't be as successful and as rich and stuff as he is now. Now, I'm in no way trying to put down his skill level. I think Eminem is top 5 dead or alive. That means, like, you know, he's one of the top 5 best rappers who ever lived, including the dead ones like Biggie, Tupac, whatever, Big L. He's still top 5, even with all those guys. And a lot of people do hate on him because he's white. You know, when they mention the best rappers, a lot of them don't mention him. And I think it's because he's white, because he's so good. It's like, if you listen to his lyrical content, the dude is insane. But even he always speaks about how a lot of people talk, how they skip his name when they mention the best because he's white and people hate on him. I think it's true. You know, he definitely deserves to be in everyone's top 5, you know, because he sold more records than everyone else. Like in history, I believe, with hip hop. He's I mean, he's not as big as an influence as Tupac was, though. I can't front. Tupac had a humongous impact on the world. I mean, Jesus Christ. Even racist people like Tupac. Like, it's crazy. Like, Tupac was the most influential, but Eminem's right behind him. He's right behind him. And, but I want to put it this way. I want to put it on a scale. So I would say, what percentage of Eminem's success is because of his whiteness? What percentage? Because there is a percentage. If you don't think there's a percentage of his success that goes to his whiteness, you're crazy. It's like saying some Obama's success as president or even becoming president, none of it had to do with his blackness. You're crazy. Of course he destroyed the black vote. Of course he got them all. He's colored. You know, he's black or whatever. So of course he's going to get it. If you say that had nothing to do with it, you're crazy. Now, of course, other black people have tried to run for president, and they tried to become president, but it didn't work. It wasn't just because they're black. It's because they're usually not good. They weren't smart enough. They didn't speak well enough. They didn't have a good enough track record, nothing like that. We didn't have anyone really, really good to run like Obama was. Extremely intelligent, great speaker, good history. You know what I mean? He was good and black. So, of course. But Eminem, I would say 20, I don't know, maybe 20% of his success goes to his whiteness. About 20% of it goes to his whiteness. The other 80% is his skill and his hard work. Now, he's a very hard worker, and he's very skilled. I already said he's top 5 dead or alive. But if you think his whiteness has nothing to do with it, you're crazy. Because you can hear like Eminem's lyrics, right? You like, let's pretend I'm a white kid, you know, I'm a white kid. And I hear this new rapper, like, oh yeah, you know, he sounds good, I like this guy, whatever. Then I see the music video and he's white, I'm going to go crazy about this dude. Because he reminds me of myself, and he's good. So that amplifies it. That makes it bigger. That makes him better to those white people. Because he's, like, the most common favorite rapper out here in Russia amongst men is Eminem. No surprise. Because he's white. And a lot of people out here are white. They're trying to become rappers too. You know, and they're white. So they look at him like he could do what I could do. But it's different. He understands the game. And what I mean, one thing about Eminem understands the game is that, for one, he never says nigger. He's extremely intelligent. He never says nigger. And Macklemore is another. He's really good as well. I didn't know he was white. It's funny. You know what's sad? I heard Macklemore's song, The Pop Some Tags. And I was like, wow, this guy is saying some you know, some logical shit. That's the first thing I thought, like, wow, he's talking about not spending too much money, clothing lines being a ripoff. And I'm like, wow, this guy he's rapping, but he's rapping about some positive things, and then he comes out to be white. I thought it was like, I don't know, I thought it was like a band's reason. Just because how the instrumental sound, I thought it was like a black guy band. Like some guys were playing the sax and one guy was rapping, one guy playing the drums. I don't know why I thought that, because I heard the song for a month before I knew he was white. I heard it like every day. And I thought they were black. It comes out, it's one guy and he's a white man. And I was like, oh, figures. You know, figures. I just wish we had some more artists like that, but whatever. So Eminem and Macklemore are on two different levels. I don't think they would even get along. I don't know. I gotta find out if they're gonna do music together. But like Eminem's the type to say faggot, fuck this faggot. But Macklemore is the type like saying that word is forbidden, you know, stuff like that. He looks out for the freedom of people. He stands up for homosexuality and stuff. And Eminem, he's like on the other side of that. He's like, fuck faggots, I don't give a shit. You know, Eminem is raw. He just doesn't say nigger. He understands the game and he knows who to sign. He got a 50 Cent sign. He knows the game, and he's from Detroit. He's from a place where a lot of gangsters come from. So Eminem knows the game. I'm very proud of him. But about 20% of his success goes to his whiteness, or maybe even more, because he's great. But his whiteness is even better, especially among young white people. You know, they have someone in hip hop that they can relate to, one of the best that they can relate to. What? That's awesome. That's an awesome feeling. Let there be some like popular rock band. I mean, not just popular, like man, we didn't really have anything that great since Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was shit, but then he became white, so never mind. But imagine if Michael Jackson stayed black, like looking the whole time. You know what that would have done for black people's self-esteem, to see a black man with an afro be the most popular man in the world, singing, white girls fainting and dying all around because they love him and stuff. You know what that does for your self-esteem? And it does a lot even for your self-esteem, and it does a lot for you wanting to buy his album. Because, you know, if you're black, he's black, and oh, that's like me, and, you know, he's so big, and you want to go buy his album. So that's basically all I got to say. Eminem, he's great. I listen to him, of course. He's an extremely skilled rapper, top 5, but his whiteness does play a role. It does play a role, of course it does, you know. So that's basically it. Later, y'all.